The persecution of Christians is a widespread and complex issue that affects millions of people around the world. Despite being one of the largest and most widely practiced religions, Christianity is often met with hostility, intolerance, and violence. There are several reasons why Christians are persecuted in society today, and it is essential to examine these factors to understand the scope and depth of the problem. One of the primary reasons for Christian persecution is the rise of secularism and the decline of traditional values. In many countries, particularly in the Western world, there has been a shift away from Christian values and towards a more secular and humanistic worldview. This has led to a decrease in the influence of Christianity in public life, and in some cases, outright hostility towards Christian beliefs and practices. Christians who hold traditional views on issues such as marriage, family, and morality are often marginalized and mocked, and their rights to free speech and expression are frequently curtailed. Another factor contributing to Christian persecution is the growth of radical ideologies such as Islamism and communism. In countries where these ideologies hold sway, Christians are often seen as a threat to the dominant worldview and are subject to violent persecution. In countries such as North Korea, China, and Iran, Christians are imprisoned, tortured, and even killed for their faith. In other countries, such as Pakistan and Afghanistan, Christians are subject to blasphemy laws and other forms of persecution. The role of the media and popular culture is also significant in perpetuating negative attitudes towards Christians. The media often portray Christians in a negative light, stereotyping them as intolerant, bigoted, and uneducated. Popular culture, including music, film, and television, frequently mocks and ridicules Christian values and beliefs. This can create a climate of hostility and intolerance, where Christians are seen as outsiders and are subject to ridicule and discrimination. In addition, the rise of identity politics and social justice movements has also contributed to Christian persecution. Some of these movements, such as LGBTQ+ activism, have been highly critical of Christian teachings on issues such as marriage and family. Christians who hold traditional views on these issues are often accused of being hateful and discriminatory, and are subject to ostracism and exclusion. This can make it difficult for Christians to express their beliefs and values in public, and can create a climate of fear and intimidation. The internet and social media have also played a significant role in perpetuating Christian persecution. Online platforms are often used to spread hate speech and propaganda against Christians, and to mobilize opposition to Christian values and beliefs. Christians who express their views online are often subject to harassment and abuse, and may even face physical harm or violence. Despite these challenges, it is essential for Christians to continue to stand up for their faith and to assert their rights to free speech and expression. This requires a combination of courage, conviction, and compassion, as well as a deep understanding of the complexities and nuances of the issue. Christians must also be willing to engage in dialogue and debate with those who hold different views, and to seek common ground and understanding. In conclusion, the persecution of Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires a nuanced and thoughtful response. It is driven by a range of factors, including the rise of secularism, the birth of radical ideologies, and the role of the media and popular culture. To address this issue, Christians must be willing to stand up for their faith and to assert their rights to free speech and expression. They must also be willing to engage in dialogue and debate with those who hold different views, and to seek common ground and understanding. Ultimately, the persecution of Christians is a challenge to the very foundations of our society, and requires a response that is both courageous and compassionate.